Konnichiwa, and welcome to TinyTableGames. My name is Ray, and thank you for clicking on the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already as I continue my journey of getting through all the games I have on my shelf but have never actually played. Today we're playing machikoro, which is Japanese for Dice Town, or Town of Dice actually. But nonetheless, it's a fun kind of lighthearted game that you'll see. It's great for introducing people who are not used to playing games other than like Monopoly or whatever, so new gamers, that sort of thing. It's easy to play. It's got lots of expansions if you're into that. And let's get to it. So this copy of Machikoro is the deluxe edition, which comes in a lovely little tin. It's by IDW. It is not a new game, but it is new to me. There are expansions for Harbor and Millionaire's Row, which I have not even opened, as you can see. Rather, I have it set up for the base game for 2 players, player 1, player 2, or lefty-righty, depending on your preference. The goal of the game is simple. You want the first person to build all 4 of their town expansions: a train station, a shopping mall, an amusement park, and a radio tower. The first person to do those things wins the game. Each item costs coinage, in this case 22 for the radio tower, and 16 for the amusement park. And once they're built, they give you abilities. If you roll doubles, take another turn after this one. All the cards are super straightforward. The basic mechanic of the game is you start with the game with a wheat field and a bakery. On your turn, you roll 1 die. If it is a 1, you get your 1 resource. If it's a 2 or 3, you get your 2 or 3 resource. If it's 4, 5, or 6, you don't get anything on your first turn, but you do start with 3 coins. So what you do is build up your tableau. You can pick from any of the available resources that cover the numbers from 1 to 12, because once you build a train station, it gives you the option of building 1 or 2 dice, and notice it only costs 4 coins to build the train station. So once you build that, you can start rolling 2 dice, should you choose to, and then you take the sum. And there's all sorts of things you can build. And the basic construction of it is, that's the number that keys the activity. Here's the activity. For, in this case, the convenience store. Get 3 coins from the bank on your turn only, and it costs 2 to build a convenience store. Now, you can build multiples of a single thing if you want to, with the exception, of course, of your landmarks, the big things. It's pretty much just up to you on that one. And the color coding is, if it's a blue card, on everybody's turn when that's rolled, you get something. If it's a green card, you only get it when you roll it. And if it's a purple card, everybody else has to pay you when you roll it. Which all the cards are really straightforward about. You don't really have to remember it, because it'll say on your turn only, or on anyone's turn. So that's literally it for the rules. You roll the card, you collect your resources, and you may build 1 thing. That's it. First person to get all the things built, which is a total, by the way, of 22, 32, 48, so 52. So 52 coins worth of stuff, and you start with 3. So with that said, we'll get started. It's one die only at the start. So normally I'd roll it in the dice box, but in this case I think it's going to be easier to not do that. And so lefty will start us off. And it's a 5, so nothing happens. However, we got 3 coins, and let's see. And I think we're going to spend all 3 on a forest, which is the 5, which says get 1 coin from the bank on anyone's turn. And so we'll put that in our tableau, and that's the end of the turn. Now it's over to righty. Oop, maybe I will use that. A 4. So nobody gets it. No resource achieved, as it were. Well, that's a good spot for it. And let's see. On your turn only, 1 for the bank on anyone's turn. I think righty is going to go with a convenience store. It only keys on his turn, but he gets 3 coins from the bank, as opposed to the forest, which only gives you 1 on anyone's turn. You can play with up to 4 players, so obviously there's some strategy variation there on when you choose to do that. In a 4-player game, a forest is possibly going to pay out more than on your single turn with a convenience store. On the other hand, perhaps not. You just don't know. And that's it. Back to Lefty, who gets a 1, which is the wheat field, which pays out to everybody. So ching, 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 everybody gets 1 coin. And righty, because there are 1 coin things. Does he want to do any of them? I wouldn't think so. As tempting as it is. Righty, on the other hand, rolled a 6, which nobody has. And he has 2 coins because he was somewhat careful in how he spent. So he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. He's going to gamble a little bit and buy a second bakery, since it hits on a 2 or a 3. And back to player 1 here on the left, who promptly rolls a 3. Wow. Well, it doesn't queue anything for player 2 because it only is a green, so it only goes on their turn. So 1 coin from the bank. There are some cards like the cafe that say get 1 coin from your opponent instead. So with 2 coins in hand, the convenience store costs 2. So Lefty is going to continue their numerical spread and try to cover it, so at least they get something on most turns. And back to the right-hand player, he rolls a 4. So his convenience store cashes in. He picks up 3 coins, which is enough for 4. So he is going to activate his train station for 4 coins. He is 25% of the way to the win, and he can now roll 1 or 2 dice on his turn. Back to the left player. With a 2, collect 1 coin from the bank. He can pay for a ranch. Maybe he'll do that. So he will spend 1 coin to pay for a ranch, which only goes on a 2, but it goes on everybody's 2. So now he'll have 2 separate cards that key off on 2. And back to righty, who rolls a 4. So again, he gets 3 coins. Lucky rolling on his part. And in this case, he could choose to roll 2 dice, but he doesn't want to yet. He is going to buy the forest. Notice on the 6, you can only have 1 of those because it's got the unique icon, but it says to get 2 coins from all players on your turn only. In a 2-player game, that's less powerful than it would otherwise be. You could also go for the TV station because there's 3 different 6 ones. There's a stadium, 2 coins from everybody. Trade 1 non-establishment with the business center, or the TV station, which is take 5 coins from any player on your turn only, which is pretty powerful. However, if the other player doesn't have that many coins, you can only get what they have up to that amount. So that said, back to player 1 over here, who rolled a 5. So they get a coin from the bank for their forest, but so does player 2 because it is blue. So everybody gets a coin. And I think player 1's not going to build anything. Player 2 gets a 2, so that hits on his bakery and a ranch for player 1. So player 1 gets 1 coin, player 2 gets 2 coins. And he's not going to do, well, I take that back. He's going to do something. He's going to spend 3 coins on a furniture factory. Get 3 coins from the bank for each gear establishment that you own. So, in this case, so far, the forest is a gear, which is nice. And I don't see any others. Oh, the mine is also a gear. Huh. That one's more expensive. But that's pretty powerful. Roll an 8 and you get 3 for each one. So right now he gets 3. If you pick up that mine, he can get 6 on a turn. So it can build pretty fast. And we are back to player 1. He rolled a 3. So with bakery, they get 1 coin and nothing for the set player 2. With 3 coins, he's going to wait because he wants to be able to buy his roll 2 dice thing. And player 2 is still going to just roll 1 dice because you don't have a choice. They're going to add when you do it. Rolls a 3, so he gets 2 coins. Not terrible. And there he will wait. Or should he buy that fruit and vegetable market already? It goes for an 11 and a 12. And you get 2 coins for every wheat establishment you have. And he's got 1, so there'd be 2 coins on 11, 12. And maybe he'll do that. And cover his spread further. Let's see, you can't really see that, so let's do this. There. Arranging all this stuff. Okay, back to player 1, who needs to earn 1 more coin. Got a 6, that gets him nothing at all. So that's kind of the end of their turn. Nothing happens unless they want to buy another forest. No, then you get 2 dice rolling thing going. Player 2 rolled a 2, so he gets 2 coins again, and player 1 gets 1 coin because of his ranch. So player 2 with his 2 coins is not going to do anything yet. Back to player 1. You roll first, gets a 4, which triggers his get 3 coins from the bank for his convenience store, finally. And while he has 7 coins total, he's going to spend 4 of them to activate his train station, because you can only do 1 per turn. So now he too can roll 2 dice. Okay, back to player 2. Let's see, who actually wants to roll 2 dice this time in the hopes that he hits an 8. 5. Well, that's all right. Get 1 coin from the bank. As does the player 1, because it is a blue card. He's got 3 now. He can get another furniture factory or the family restaurant, get 2 coins from the other player. That's not too reliable. But he could spend 3 on the apple orchard. That's a much wiser choice because that hits on anybody's turn. And it's 3 coins on anybody's turn. So, let's see, player 1 is only going to want to roll 1 die still. With a 3, his bakery hits for 1. And now he is going to buy an apple orchard for 3. And notice that's that same plant symbol as the wheat field. So he may want to pick up what might he want to pick up? The fruit and vegetable market when the time comes. Interesting. Push these down just a hair. There we go. As you can see, your tableau kind of grows a little bit. But he's still got 2 coins left, thanks to doing well in the markets, as it were. Over to player 2, who has no coins at all left, but he's going to roll 2 dice again. And again gets a 5. So 1 coin for him, 1 coin for player 1. That was very unsuitable. Back to player 2, who is going to roll 1 coin because he doesn't want to reward player 2. Gets a 3 again, so 1 coin. He too will get the fruit and vegetable market. And back to player 2, who is going to roll 2 dice. And gets 12. So that's 2 coins for each wheat symbol, and he's got 2 of those, so that's 4 coins total. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now he's got 5 coins. Let's see, what's it missing in our lineup? A 9. But it's 6 to get that, and a 9, 10 for the family restaurant. And it's 2 coins from the other player, which is pretty nice, but not as good, so pass. And back to player 1. Hits on a 9. He does not have a 9. So that did not work in his favor. And he doesn't have enough coins to really buy anything else on it. 11, 12. 5, 6s. Yeah, I guess he's not going to do anything else. Back to player 2, who's also going to roll 2 dice again. Gets a 9. Also doesn't have anything for a 9, and his turn goes poof. Back to player 1, who's going to learn from his mistakes and roll 1 die. Pick up 3 coins from the convenience store. Now he is at 5. Really want to pick up that mine. And let's see, forest. The furniture factory is also good. So he's going to buy that first. So 3 coins for the furniture factory, so that when he does pick up the mine, it'll work in his favor better. Player 2 just needs 1 more coin to pick up where is it? Yeah, the mine to cover his 9s. Rolls a 5, which gives him 1 coin, and it gives player 1 1 coin as well. That's all he needed, so he's going to spend all 6 to buy the mine. Back to player 2. See, player 1, I mean, and player 2 now, notice, has 5 coins from the bank on anyone's turn, and 3 coins on the bank from anyone's turn. So it's more dangerous for player 1 to roll 2 dice at the moment. So I think he's going to stick with rolling 1 die, and gets a 1. 1 coin from the bank, which is also for player 2 also, so ironically. So he's up to 4 coins. Yeah, he's going to wait. Player 2 is going to roll 2 dice, and gets 5, which is the forest. So 1 coin to everybody. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's got something on everything except 6. Where's he want to double up? Probably needs a cheese factory. That's 5 though, so he needs to wait another turn. Player 1's going to roll 1 die again. Gets a 5, which does not help him that much. Gives 1 to both sides. But that does get him to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins though. So he also can purchase a mine, but maybe he should purchase that cheese factory first. Now the mine, because that's on everybody's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all 6 coins for the mine. Now he's just as dangerous as player 2 with double rolls. So player 2. Gonna roll 1 die. Gets a 2 for 2 coins. That's 5. He's gonna buy another convenience store. In the hopes of rolling a 4 on 1 die, which isolates player 2. So player 2 is gonna go for it and roll both. Gets a 6. Nobody has a 6, so it's a dead turn. Back to player 1, or player 2, excuse me, who's going to roll 1 die again, and gets a 6. Player 1 gets a 4, so he gets 3 coins for himself and nothing for player 2, so that worked out well for him. Does he want to buy another convenience store? don't think he does. But he is going to buy a family restaurant, which is a 9/10, which says get 2 coins from the player who rolled the die. So it won't do anything on his turn, but when player 2 goes, he'll get 2 coins from him if he has them. Now back to player 2, who is going to probably going to buy an apple orchard, but he's going to roll 1 die, gets a 1, so both people get 1 coin anyway, and he is going to buy another apple orchard. And back to player 1, still rolling 2, gets a 9, so the mine hits, so they both get 5 coins. And the family restaurant hits, so after getting his 5 coins, he then has to make change, because he's only keeping 3 of them and giving 2 to player 1. Now, player 1 is going to buy himself another mine with that extra income. Player 2. 1 die. Gets a 3, so that's 2 coins for him, and nothing for his opponent. That brings him up to 6. Ah, boy, what to do? Forest, no. Mine, should he get another mine? It is pretty common. Yeah, well. If he gets the family restaurant too, that'll effectively neutralize it, so maybe that's the thing to do. Now nobody's going to get anything when you roll that. So back to player 1. Rolls a 9. So player 1 gets 10 coins for the 2 mines. Player 2 gets 1 coin, or 5 coins, excuse me, for the 1 mine. And the family restaurant triggers, they would swap 2 coins each. Well, actually, they wouldn't swap 2 coins each because player 1 rolled it. Player 2 gets the 2 coins. So there's that. Now, player 1 has 10 coins, so he's going to activate the shopping mall, which says each of your coffee and something green establishments earn +1 coin. So the bakery, the convenience store, and the family restaurant all get earn +1 coin. More importantly, that's halfway to winning. Back to player 2, who has enough money to do something similar. Rolls an 11. That triggers the fruit and vegetable market, but just for him. You get 2 coins from the bank for each wheat type establishment that you own on your turn only. He has 1, 2, 3. So that is 6 coins, and just for him. So he is going to go ahead and pay for the amusement park. That's 16, so there's 10, 3, 4, 5. Because the amusement park says, if you roll doubles, take another turn. Back to player 1. Rolls a 6, which is nothing. Player 2 also rolls a 6. Player 1, does he want to keep rolling? Yes, he does. Still rolling to roll 2, gets a 4. So that hits for 3 coins for him personally, and none for his opponent. And he's going to buy another apple orchard with those 3 coins, on the hopes of one day rolling an 11 or a 12. Player 2 gets a 7, which isn't covered by anything, because he hasn't bought a cheese factory yet, which is an oversight on my part. Player 1 also doesn't have a cheese factory. Rolls a 2, which is get 1 coin from the bank because of his ranch. Player 2 again A 7, still nothing, reminding him that he didn't buy a cheese factory. Player 1. A 6, which is still nothing. Should probably invest in that just to cover the spread there. A 9, so the mine hits, and that hits for both people because it's on anyone's turn. So, player 2 gets 5, player 1 gets 10. And now it's back to player 1. 8. Furniture factory. Get 3 coins for each gear shape item you have. So that's 3, 6, 9 more coins for player 1, who will take the 10 and make the change. That is indeed bad news for player 2. Let's see, so we got 10, 20. So we will activate 15, 16, get 4 coins back, and turn on the amusement park. 2, 3, 4. Closing in on winning. Back to player 2. Rolled a 3, so that's 1, 2. From the bakery. Let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. He will spin the 5 to buy the dang cheese factory. Which says get 3 coins for each farm icon you have. And he doesn't actually have any of those right now, so is that even worth doing? He needs a ranch. Well, that's better than nothing. Given how often the 7 comes up. So back to player 1. 6, nothing. Player 2. Again a 6, but he still has enough coinage left over for the 2 to buy his pig farm, which we'll slap right in here kind of messily. There's all kinds of stuff happening if he rolls a 2 now, or a 7. Player 1. 8. That's the furniture factory. So he again hits 9 coins. That is really paying out well for him. He's at 13. He's just got to get to 22 for the win. Player 1 is going to roll 1 die, or excuse me, player 2, and he gets his 2. So that's 1, 2, 3 coins for him only, and 1 coin for player 1 because of his ranch. That's about all I can do. So player 1, rolling 2 dice, 2 coins. Gets a 6, nothing happens. Is he gonna buy anything with it? No, he's not, because he wants to get to 22 for the win. And player 2, also rolling 2, also with the 6. You know, he doesn't have enough to do anything with it, but that might be worth it if he did. Player 1 hits the 9, which is 5 for player 2. Good news for him, but really bad news is that's 10 for player 1, which gives him enough money to buy the radio tower and win the game. So there you have it. That's a complete game of machikoro. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. I like it for a couple of reasons. 1, it is not very difficult. 2, there is some strategy involved, and as you add more, that's just the base set. As you add some of the expansion packs, there's more decisions and things that can affect other people more. And if you have like the purple cards and build up the stadiums and things like that, you could start pulling money from other players, which in a multiplayer game builds up really fast and becomes a definite win strategy, pulling it from everybody at once. It's a classic to me. Not very hard, kind of entertaining, got some strategy. You don't have to think too hard, but you're also not just sitting there waiting for everybody else to go, because of the blue cards ensure that anytime anybody rolls that, you still get to do something too, which is a nice touch. Otherwise, you'd sit there just waiting for your turn to roll back around like Yahtzee. Happily, it is not that. So anyway, I like it. This is never going to go out of my collection, I don't think, because it's just too straightforward and fun and an easy, busted out kind of game, like when you're late at the convention, you don't want to think too hard anymore, you got family over, that sort of thing. In any case, I am Ray. This is TinyTableGames. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I hope you have a great day.